Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
You look great. You smell great. You look great. You've been here before, CBS, right? First audition years ago?
You know what? The very first audition, yes. This was the first place I came. I actually, when I moved here, I ran into, I decided I was going to go get my hair cut at this really cool LA place, but I didn't know any better. And if any of you guys know the West Side Pavilion, it's not like the greatest thing in the world, but I thought coming from Texas it would be so cool.
Sure, West Side Pavilion. It's a pavilion.
Yeah, it's a pavilion. I'm from Texas. Malls are good.
So what happened?
So I ran into this lady who was also from Texas who cut my hair, and she knew this manager. And she goes, oh, you know, I'll hook you up. So she called him, and I met with this guy the same night. And he said, you don't have any acting experience. Come back in 6 months. So I said, okay. So I gave him the number at the travel lodge where I was staying.
Yeah.
And then the next day, he called me, and he said, I have an audition for you. And I got so excited because it's for Bold and the Beautiful. And of
It's a soap opera right here at CBS.
Yes,
Bold and Beautiful. Yeah.
It's very cool.
So you auditioned?
So, yes, so I auditioned and I came here to CBS, and he goes, you got to go pick up your sides at CBS. Now, I had no idea what sides were.
These are your lines, yes.
Lines. This is a part of his script. That's what sides are. So I said, yeah, I got it. I'm being all cool.
Yeah.
And I came out here, and I came to CBS, and I was so incredibly nervous because I'm seeing people like walk through the halls like Ridge from Bold and the Beautiful, and I'm like, oh my God, this is so
if you
cool.
see Ridge, it throws off your game.
Oh my God. It was so cool.
Right.
And I was in CBS, you know, it was so great. So I was in there, and there was all these actresses in the room, and I'd never been on an audition before.
Were they as hot as you, Krista?
Yes.
They were? Okay.
Yes, and I was so nervous, and everybody had their little highlighters with their sides, and they were highlighting it, and I'm like, I think I need a highlighter. Excuse me, can I borrow this? And I let everybody go before me, literally closed down the place. Everybody went before me, and I went in, I did my audition, I came out, I called the manager from the payphone right over here on Beverly and Fairfax.
Yeah.
And I said, I just did my audition. He goes, how do you think you did? And I go, I don't know, I was pretty nervous, but I think I did okay.
Yeah.
And he goes, you got the job. And
Wow. So this is the FHM. You've been on Stuff Inside or Stuff magazine here, and then FHM. Now, how did I understand you had a problem with the wardrobe fitting? You were trying on things. What happened?
Actually, there's a very funny wardrobe fitting story.
That's the one I want.
I think it's funny. I hope
true.
Okay, yes, it's a very true story. I was so busy, and I was doing all these photo shoots back to back, and all this stuff. I had an itinerary that I was supposed to call this wardrobe stylist because I had to see them that night. So I'm driving in my car, going to another appointment, and I look down and I dial the number, and this guy's voice on the phone was like, "Hey, I'm not around. Leave me a message. I'll call you back."
Right.
And I was like, ooh, this is
the wardrobe guy.
I thought it was the wardrobe guy. I was like, wow, this is great.
Yeah.
You know? So I leave all my sizes and
you leave your measurements on there.
I leave my measurements, the whole thing, my phone number, everything. So I'm like, and then I'm driving a little bit more, and then I look and I go, oh my God, I dialed the wrong number. So I called some random guy with a sexy voice, and I thought, I'm going to call him back. So I called him back, and he answered the phone.
Oh, my Lord.
And I was going to tell him that I had the wrong number and just to ignore everything. So he was like, hello, and I was like, hey, I'm so sorry. He goes, is this Krista? And I go, yes, it is. I'm so sorry, I left it on my back to tell you that you don't have to call me back because it's the wrong number. And I go, oh, forget it. You know what? I'm calling you back because you have the sexiest voice.
Right.
And I just wanted to let you know that. And he goes, really? Well, thank you. And he goes, well, what do you do? And I said, I'm an actress. And I go, what's your name? He said, Bruce. I said, nice to meet you, Bruce. And I thought I was so cool because I just did Confessions of a Dangerous Mind and Anger Management. I thought I was really cool.
Well, this is recently.
Yeah, this was just recent.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I did Confessions and I did Anger Management. And I go, and he goes, well, that's funny. I'm an actor. And I said,
they're all actors out here.
I know. And I'm like, oh, really? What have you done? And he goes, did you ever see The Sixth Sense? And I go, yeah, as a matter of fact, I did see that. That's one of my, oh my God, it's just Bruce Willis.
I don't think he has a sexy voice, but that's a great story.
He does have a really really sexy voice. He's all
Yeah.
smooth. Hey.
So...
You have a sexy voice.
No.
No, you
That's
did.
not about me, Krista.
I
Don't
just
try to
closed
turn it
my
on me.
eyes
So
and
did you
just
go out with
talked.
Bruce? Did you go out with him?
Oh, no, nothing like that.
Sure.
Wow. No.
He's a nice guy.
He was a very nice guy.
So where'd he take you on the first date?
We didn't go on a
It
date.
just happened last week, didn't it?
No,
Or
it
2
didn't.
weeks
No,
ago.
it happened a couple of months ago. But
Yeah.
yeah. No, that was it. And I was like, well, it's nice meeting you. I was so nervous I had to hang up the phone. I was like, oh my God, everything's fine.
Yeah.
And I hung up the phone. That was it. Yeah, I got nervous.
Lying. You went out
I'm
with him.
not.
You have to come back. You know why?
Why?
Because you're festive, you're fun, and we ran out of time. We did the Bob Evans thing. But you promised me to come back,
I
okay?
promise you I'll come
Nice
back.
to meet you.
It's really
Krista
nice to meet
Allen.
you.